Welcome to Family Basics 101. I'm Dr. Bruce McClure, and as we begin the fourth of a five-part series entitled Let Freedom Ring, today we will talk about Let Freedom Ring in Your Stewardship. Stewardship is simply the management and proper planning of the resources at one's disposal. Stewardship involves the directing and management of property, time, people, things of that nature. In the most pure sense of the word, stewardship always involves the care of or being entrusted with something that does not belong to the individual. So stewardship is simply the entrusting of what belongs to another to another. The corporate agency concept of stewardship is much different than the stewardship theory or concept of stewardship. The corporate agency thinking relating to stewardship is one of strictly self-interest. As its true starting point, the beginning and the end of corporate agency stewardship is self-interest. That's where it begins and that's where it ends. It's motivated by four things: individual self-promotion, individual self-interest, individual personal advancement, and individual and no other meaningful attachments. These attachments are called business relationships. You hear people use the phrase, "It's just business." You hear people use the phrase, "It's nothing personal." Now, when you compare the corporate agency stewardship model with that stewardship theory that best serves mankind, the one that has the definition of the entrustment of goods of the other. This stewardship theory of entrustment of the goods of another embraces the thinking of serving others as its starting point. And the stewardship theory of entrustment of the goods of another that embraces this thinking of service is motivated by the following 4 points. Number 1, a job well done. Number 2, it's just what people do. It's a sense of duty. Number 3, dedicated to the cause. In essence, because there is a commitment for helping others, that's all it takes for this type stewardship to move forward. And then number 4, it's a team spirit. It's a corporate, yet it is a team. It's not looking at just the individual parts, but it's looking at how all of the individual components fit together for the good, for the job well done, for the sense of responsibility, because of the dedication. That's stewardship. I want you to turn to the book of John chapter 12. John chapter 12, verses 3, 4, and 5. Then took Mary a pound of ointment of spikenard oil, very costly, and anointed the feet of Jesus, and wiped the feet with her hair. And the house was filled with the odor of the ointment. Then said one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, which should betray Jesus, "Why was not this ointment sold for 300 pence, and the proceeds given to the poor?" Do you see the different models, the corporate model, the individualized model, the "it's about me" model, compared to the model that says a job well done? It's what I'm supposed to do. I'm dedicated to the Lord. I am a team player, and what I've got goes for the team. Mary takes a pound of this ointment. Most will say that in terms of what she could have gotten for it monetarily, it equaled to about a 1-year pay for the average person during that time period. It was very costly. And she will anoint Jesus' feet with this oil, and she takes her hair, which is the glory of a woman. She takes her covering, and she will wipe the feet of Jesus with her hair. Nobody compels her to do it. Nobody forces her to do it. In fact, it's a very humbling act. And the house, not just Jesus' feet, not just her hair, but look at the end results. The entire house is filled with the odor. Do you see the bigger blessing for the team? Then said one of his disciples, watch the corporate model, Judas Iscariot, which should betray Jesus, the individualization of it, the self-interest person. Why was not this ornament sold? And watch what he says. I'm concerned about the welfare of everybody, but he's really not. I'm willing to take a 1-year salary, and I'm willing to give all of this away. Do you really think that would have come to pass? Or is it just good talk that sounded well? It made the individual look good, but his heart was not the heart of a steward. When you look at freedom ringing, true freedom rings from the hearts of stewards who understands that what has been entrusted to them must be used wisely, but it must not be used for selfish motivation, for selfish gain, for selfish promotion, but for the team as a sense of duty, because there's dedication to the cause, and because at the end of the day, blessings and a sweet odor will emanate because of the stewardship. I'll see you back in class again next time. Don't be late, and don't skip class.